Patrick Dorgu destined for Manchester United. 2 bids in, and United talking with Lecce for the left back. The young Danish left back is destined for United. Maybe not. Talks this afternoon coming out from ESPN's Rob Dawson, backed up by a few other journalists. I'm going to go through all of them and tell you what the actual situation is right now with Alvaro Fernandez, Alvaro Carreras from Benfica, Manchester United's old player. As you know, obviously Manchester United let him go to Benfica on loan last season. They bought him, but United do have that crucial buyback option, which is coming into many conversations all over social media right now, and reports coming, like I said, first of all, directly from Rob Dawson of ESPN, that Manchester United will not be held to ransom. They will not go much higher on Patrick Dorgu. If nothing is rectified this weekend, in fact, Manchester United will go back in for Alvaro Fernandez. Many people would say that it's a little bit too late. What will happen if we leave it too late and carry on negotiating with Patrick Dorgu? What happens if United run out of time? Well, with the buyback option, it is said that Manchester United will in fact be able to make this deal happen very, very quickly. Everything is already in place. All United need to do is pull the trigger. So why would Manchester United take Alvaro Fernandez over Patrick Dorgu right now? A lot of Manchester United fans would argue the point, like, why are we even wasting our time with Patrick Dorgu if Alvaro Fernandez is a top target anyway? He's cheaper, and a lot would say actually more accomplished and better than Patrick Dorgu. Playing every single game he has had the opportunity to play for Benfica this season. In fact, played every single minute of every single Champions League game so far this season for Benfica. 7 goal involvements, including goals and assists this season. A lot better than Patrick Dorgu, in fact. The reports coming out about Dorgu being top target for Manchester United, I think, were put to bed earlier on by David Ornstein. He said that United's top target was obviously Nuno Mendes from PSG. He was Ruben Amorim's top man. He was too expensive. You then come down another bracket to Patrick Dorgu. United already having bids of 24 and 28 million rejected by the relegation-threatened Serie A side in Italy. So where do we go from there? If that bid, or the next bid apparently, which is being talked about, isn't accepted, United will then go in for Alvaro Fernandez. When it gets to this point, you, like I said, start to question where Manchester United are going. Where does Alvaro Fernandez fit in with this? This is all good and well saying that you will go for Fernandez. It's all good and well saying he is the better player and you're happy with this deal. But having seen United being linked with Mendes, then linked with Dorgu, bids going in, contact being made for both of them players, and then United come to you, having let you go already on loan, then sent you out for peanuts. Where are you at as Alvaro Fernandez right now? Would you want to come back to Manchester United? That's the question you've got to ask in this situation right now, and where his head is at. He is flying at Benfica, already lifted a trophy this season, challenging in the Champions League, unlucky the other night against Barcelona, covered himself in glory in that game as well. Yeah, you could question the defending on some sides of his game, but isn't that the modern day fullback these days? Everybody has that flaw in their game. Alvaro Fernandez is confident on the ball. He moves forward comfortably up the pitch. In transition, is perfect. Up and down, I feel he's perfect for Ruben Amorim. Again, though, I come back to the same question every single time. Why wasn't this deal just put in motion? Why have United not already gone out and bought Alvaro Fernandez? It's strange. And you get to wondering right now as to what is going on at Manchester United. Are there elements of this structure arguing amongst itself about who is the better option for United? We've already got rid of Dan Ashworth. Was this a problem before? Obviously, the manager Ten Hag didn't want a player at the time, United, that being Manuel Ugarte, but then was forced into signing him and turned out to be a good signing because of the structure. Christopher Vivel obviously will be involved with this with head of recruitment. We don't really need to scout him that much, even though United have been pretty much at every single game that Alvaro has played and are there again this evening for the Benfica game to watch Alvaro Fernandez. There isn't much more to look at, I think, apart from a few characteristics. Maybe it will be a report going straight into Ruben Amorim. Look, right now, if Lecce want to hold on to Dorgu, if they want to keep him until the summer and try and get more money out of us right now, and we can save money right now with Alvaro Fernandez and bring you an even better player in another position going forward, surely you will look at the fact that Barcelona are looking at Alvaro Fernandez and want him. The fact that Benfica have got a 50 million buyout clause on his head tells you exactly how they value him, how the coach values him as well, playing him in every single game available this season. In fact, he's hardly even been substituted off. Like I said, every single minute of every Champions League game he has been involved in. He is an exceptional talent that won't last at Benfica. This buyback clause that United have, in fact, isn't going to last forever. If it goes on for the first 2 years, if it goes past the first 2 years of Alvaro being at Benfica, that clause is gone. They are crying out for Manchester United to not come in for Alvaro Fernandez Benfica. They know what talent they are going to lose, and at a cheap price. And added to this as well, just to add that a little bit more to it, is the fact that Manchester United have a sell-on clause for Alvaro Fernandez. So the £16 million what United would get in buying him back is then cut in half because Manchester United have a 50% sell-on clause. So that would also be triggered in this deal. It just makes more and more sense, apart from the fact that we haven't already done it. I just don't see why Alvaro wasn't top target. If he is at the top of all the stats and all the numbers this season and such a brilliant player, what is going on at Manchester United? Is there something that we're not missing? If there's something that we're missing right now with this deal, I don't get it. It's a strange one for me. But in terms of where we're actually at with the deal itself, obviously United are still talking to Lecce on Dorgu. ESPN Rob Dawson broke this because it's so easy for Manchester United to do. And there is noises coming out that United will lose patience with the Lecce situation. I don't think United are willing to go much higher than where they're at right now. And if Lecce do indeed hold out and say they want their £34 million for Lecce left-back Patrick Dorgu, then United will walk away. That's where I think it's one more round of talks and United move to Alvaro Fernandez. That's what's being said. The fact that Fabrizio Romano has also tweeted this out and said in a previous one, Manchester United are locked in conversations with Patrick Dorgu, but there are other options as well. They will 100% buy a left-back this window. So we know United are going to get a left-back. The question is it going to be Alvaro Fernandez or is it going to be Patrick Dorgu? Who is the better player right now? That's what I want from you guys in the comments as well, please. The options are there. You've got one man to buy before this transfer window ends. United are confident that either one of these deals, timescale-wise, can be done before the window shuts, so that's not a problem. It's down to characteristics and what fits Manchester United's system right now. Who would you pick? Would it be Alvaro Fernandez? Would it be Patrick Dorgu? Who is the better player for Manchester United? I think all Manchester United fans who have watched Alvaro Fernandez through the academy levels, we've said it before, player of the season for Manchester United. His name's on the board in the Jimmy Murphy Centre at Carrington, Manchester United's training ground. Player of the year for Manchester United's under-21s. Young player of the year on loan at Preston the year after. Going out to Granada on loan the year after that to then be brought back so United could loan him back out to Benfica with an option to buy him. He didn't meet the criteria or the stipulation which triggered that buyback, but Benfica knew what they were getting in him anyway and still bought him. But because they didn't use that trigger or he played a certain amount of games last season to trigger that buyout for Alvaro, United were able to restructure this deal, and this is the only reason why Manchester United can buy Alvaro Fernandez back. Because the original deal that was put in place by the old regime at Manchester United didn't get triggered. The new one was put in just this summer, and now we're at where we're at. Alvaro has left because Ten Hag didn't want him. The new Manchester United regime and structure put this deal together for Alvaro Fernandez to protect themselves. And it does look like the opportunity has come now to cash in on what they did in the summer. So again, good signs that United are doing clever business behind the scenes. Bad signs for this is, why has this deal not already happened? Why are United not going in and triggering this deal? It's a strange one because there's been a lot of effort looking at other players. Well, this kid has just been smashing it up in Portugal, in their league and in the Champions League. And like I said, he, like many others, not so many at Manchester United, is a winner already. An academy graduate at Manchester United. And a player that Manchester United in the future, even if he hit all different numbers, could come through and be a homegrown talent player as well for them. Maybe this is where we're actually thinking. A player that could be sold for even more money in the future. Manchester United getting a guarantee with Alvaro Fernandez more than what Patrick Dorgu? I think so. You can also argue that the level in which Alvaro is playing in the Champions League, in that tough Portuguese league as well, is better. You can argue Serie A over Portugal. I think Serie A is better for Dorgu. So you could say that is one tick in his box. Both players are capable, obviously, but I think it's a case of the known against the unknown. Alvaro Fernandez, everybody knows. He knows the club inside and out. He's been there from a young lad coming from Real Madrid. He knows everything about Manchester United, and I think will slot in a lot easier. Is it a case of what works best right now and quicker? Because we're going to need results as soon as this player comes in. If Patrick Dorgu comes in for more than 30 million, all eyes are going to be on him and Manchester United's purchase. And the pressure on his shoulders might be one of them that's a little bit too much again for him. Alvaro Fernandez, on the other hand, I think he fits in seamlessly. He knows what it's about at Manchester United. He's been at Real Madrid. He's been at Manchester United. All he knows is big clubs. He's been at Benfica. This is someone who is used to big crowds, big audiences and big stages. So again, it pushes towards that one. But that's the situation as it is at the moment. Alvaro over Dorgu. Drop your comments in below. Who is the better option for Manchester United right now? Romano says it could happen. ESPN is saying it could happen. Interesting weekend ahead. A few more days left before the transfer window shuts. Which player is Manchester United going to get and go for? Get your comments in below. Give the video a like. I am back tomorrow at 8 o'clock, everybody. No live show tonight. Quick recording because there isn't much news going on. I will be back if there is anything that does break. But please give the video a like. Subscribe to Forever United TV. And I'll see you all at 8 o'clock first thing in the morning for your United updates.